In this video, I want to talk about multiplying fractions again and go over some of the calculator steps that can help make these a little bit quicker. So we've got our problem 46/78 times 65/92. And I know one of these can be reduced down at the beginning, but I'm going to keep it exactly as it is, like I said, so we can go over some calculator steps. So the way we multiply rational numbers, as we know, since our rules, we're going to multiply across the top. So I would multiply 46 times 65 and get 2,990 in the numerator. Let me get a darker color marker for us. I'll just use another blue one here. And then I'm going to multiply the denominators. And that's going to give me 7,176. And I know we could do this in one step, but I just kind of want to go over that rule again, where you multiply the numerators and you multiply the denominators, and that gives you how you multiply rational numbers. Now, I'm going to type that in my calculator. I'm going to start with the bigger calculator here. So this is the TI 83 or 84 or 84 plus, 84 CE, any of those. I'm going to type in to reduce this fraction. This one's really big, so we're going to do a shortcut on this. We're going to type in 2,990 divided by 7,176. And then I'm going to hit the math button, which is over here on the left-hand side. And then enter twice. So math, and then enter, and it's going to reduce the fraction down for me. It's kind of hard to see with the glare, but that gives me a fully reduced answer of 5/12. So we can use a calculator to help us on some of these numbers that are really large that we don't want to have to reduce by hand. Smaller calculators do it as well. You want to look for the fraction buttons. There's several different ways you could type it in, but a lot of calculators have a F to D, fraction to decimal, or they might even have a fraction button. Either one of these can get us the right answer. So again, if I type in 2,990 divided by 7,176, hit enter, it's going to give me a decimal. If I find this F to D, so in this calculator I do have to mash the second button to get that, it reduces it down. I also could just find the fraction button itself instead of hitting it as division, and hit enter, and it's going to give me the same answer. So we can use a calculator to help us reduce these down. Now, not all of them we can use a calculator for. We cannot use a calculator if we're given variables because we cannot type that in. So for our next problem, let's see, we're going to have 3x divided by ab cubed times b divided by 6x to the 5th a. I'm going to keep my same steps. I'm going to multiply across the numerator, and I'm going to multiply across the denominator. Now these a's both have an invisible 1 in the exponent. So I am going to add those together. So that's going to give me 6x to the 5th b cubed a squared. So that a does become a square. Let me write that a little bit bigger so we can see it. Now I can reduce. 3/6 reduces to 1/2. Again, that I could use my calculator for. So 1/2. In the exponents, if there's not an exponent there, it is a 1. And I'm going to subtract x to the 5th and then x to the 1st. I'm going to subtract 5 minus 1 and get 4. It's going to go live where the larger denominator was. X to the 5th is larger than x to the 1st, so x to the 4th is going to go live down there. Same thing with b's. I'm going to subtract the exponents. 3 minus 1 gives me b squared. Again, it's going to live down in the denominator because that's where the larger exponent was. And a, I don't have anything to subtract, so I'm going to leave it there. So this is my whole answer. 1 in the numerator, 2x to the 4th, b squared, a squared in the denominator. The order of those on the bottom doesn't matter, and we usually put the number out front, so 2, but the order of those variables does not matter.